Hey ne young a day ya began a song ya day ya do a began a song a hollang ne young a gonna dang a skanga oh what day ya began a song ya non it asa anage non it a began who's oh what day ya began a song ya got anage a began with on a sin a slay. Oh, what day ya began the song ya day ya began the song ya day ya do began the song on.
Do I prefer to call myself Native or First Nation, which is how the Blackfeet Confederacy, the Blackfoot Confederacy, speaks of itself. When we become disconnect from that sacredness of life and the universal powers that are a part of the world we live in, it's extreme suffering and sorrow, loneliness. It wasn't how we were meant to be.
It's cold this morning.
Yeah, all my water's frozen.
Hello, my name is Andrea Eastman. I'm from the Sisitiwa Wakbetua Oyate. My Dakota name is Maza Iahawi. We have, as Dakota, Nakota, Lakota people, we have to pray with compassion. Compassion for the people that don't know. As you know, as Native people, you know, we never had money. Money was never value to us. You know, what was value was, you know, chopping wood and hunting, and we never had to use money for that. When we were placed on reservations, we were forced into poverty, and you know, then you need money. You know, we need to feed our families and put clothes on our kids' backs, and that little bit of money goes a long way. But that little bit of money can cause greed, and then you think further on. You think, oh, I can get a better car, I can have a nicer house. We want people to come out and live this way for at least a couple days, you know, and see how humble we are. You know, we're compassionate people, and I want everybody to come and experience this way and live like us, live with us for a couple days. You'll never be hungry. There's always coffee.
My Blackfoot teacher up in Canada, Clement Bearchief, he said, and that when the people came from the east side, they came to annihilate us. They wanted what we had, and we were in the way. We wanted to help them. They were pitiful. And they built a fort and sat on the inside looking out at us. And we had lived where we lived forever. And we could have helped them. But they wanted what we had. They didn't want us. Then he told me a story about the buffalo. And that story is so beautiful because it's illustrated that anyone can step up. So when Creator wanted a means to sustain life of these pitiful human beings, that he called upon all the creatures and asked them to be a part of taking care of these people. They're cold. They have no fur. They're hungry. They need help. Here come the little mice, and the gophers, the rabbits. The bigger ones came too. The deer and the elk, moose, all gathered. And then there was a thunderous sound that came from the direction of the Milky Way. They came down through that onto this physical plane we call Earth. They came in front of the Maker. They said, we'll take care of these people. A place to live, food to eat, something warm to wear. They'll be okay. We'll watch over them. What he said to me that day, I cried. He said, we sit here as survivors because those buffalo came and stood between us and them. And they killed 60 million of them. And we survived because they stood between us and them to protect us so we could live. And now I hear the stories that the buffalo are coming back and that they're beginning to thrive. As it was meant to be. Now maybe we have something they want. Now maybe they'll listen. And we can be relatives. And we can care about each other.
Go back to the sacred circle of life, where we can all live and we can all be as one. When I first started out healing the sacred circle, we were making this circle for everybody, for you, you, and me. But now, everybody is saying, come to my circle. That's not the way it is. That's not the way the old people wanted me to teach you. They said, if we teach you something, show everybody how to pick it up, how to light that match for the fire, what prayer to say when you light that sage, what prayer to say when you light that sweet grass. Let me tell you what the cedar and the sage is for me. The sage prepares the atmosphere that I'm in for the Great Spirit to come. Because when we light the cedar, the voice of God comes through and wraps us on the head so we can hear. You have to have the help of the Great Spirit to go forward. But you all have to back up. You all have to stop. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. And learn how to light that sacred fire. Learn what prayer it is to strike that match as you light it, and to light the smoke. I call upon all you spiritual advisors, black, white, yellow, or red. Let's come together and make it right. How the Creator wanted us to do it. The Creator says to pray for you and to forgive you, because you don't know what you're doing. I take this hatred that you people have for us, and I try to turn it around and give you love back, because you don't know what you're doing. You're just like a bunch of ants. You're just eating everything in front of you and destroying everything and not worry one bit. And we fought for hundreds of years to keep you on that side of the river. But now there's no more room on that side of the river. And like ants, you're coming to the other side of the river. You didn't learn nothing from that side, from destroying that side. Now you're coming to this side to destroy this side. But maybe just one of you might take it into your heart to, oh, I'm not going to put a building here. I'm just going to let this land be. And just let it be for your younger generation to have a place in this cement jungle to come back to the earth. It's hard for me as an earth person, an Indian, a skin, to say this to you. Come back to being human. Come back and feel each other pray in sacred circles. Hold hands and pray. Shake each other's hands. Some of you, when you see God, when God comes down to our circle, your heart stops because you're not in the right way. Nobody taught you how to pray the right way. But God sees that, and He brings you back to life, and your whole life is changing. Everything changes in front of you. You see more alive of the grass, the trees, the birds. Your messengers, they come, they bring you stuff. But if you put it to use and put yourself back in the earth, you will know. You will cross that line that goes like that. Because when the Creator touches you, it is an amazing, amazing thing. So the only thing I can leave with you is to tell you, come back home. Come back home and make the sacred circle alive. Because the sacred circle isn't only for the red man. The Creator gave us a sacred circle for you, to help you live, to help you survive on this sacred earth. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach you that. You want to learn how to do ceremonies? You want to learn how to pray right? You want to be next to God? Go out and find you a piece of wild dirt.
When the Creator talks to you, you don't need a go-between. You don't need somebody to sit there and tell you how these things are. If you just ask the Creator, He'll speak to you. The Creator gave you a language to speak directly to Him. Because all languages are God's languages. And when we speak directly to God. So many times we see things as being outside our world, outside of who we are. You know, we have this idea that our Creator's out here. You know, our bodies aren't that solid. You know, this chair, they say, is made up of molecules, atoms, and that there are spaces in between. I told him, I said, you know, that space in between is where the Creator exists. And when you understand that, you know Creator's no longer out here, but in here too. To me, when you have people who come in and they believe the greatest thing that you can own is a little rock that's gold, and human life is less than that. That's a pretty bizarre concept. You know, that really puts you in a place that you really get, you know, what's going on. You know, why is that? It's not the money. I mean, that's just a piece of paper or, you know, a little gold. It's the love of it, that desire to own it.
If you let a house own you, then you'll make decisions based on that house, rather than making a decision of listening to that spirit guidance and direction. And it's not always the easy way or the comfortable way, but you'll be okay, and you'll be guided and taken care of. And anyway, we don't own it. Don't let it own you.
The culture being destroyed is more than just our languages being lost, our ceremonies, our dances. Those things are falling away. But losing that culture is more than just losing those things. It's the way we respect each other, the way we see each other, the way we care for each other. All those things we're losing because of the loss of the culture. We tease each other, but we tease each other in a good way. And when you have humor, you heal. It's a good medicine. It's one of those gifts the Creator gave us. So those things that are traditional are now being explored by Western medicine.
But what happens if we live in an actualized world? What happens if everyone, whatever their potential, whatever they brought from the spirit world to this world, could be realized? An amazing thought.